So at Innovative Consulting here in Southern Ohio, rural America, there's all kinds of questions and concerns and fears with AI. That isn't this going to take over my job? Isn't this going to replace me? Can I trust it? In the metro, more resourced areas, they're picking it up and they're running with it. Nobody was going to come visit rural, impoverished, distressed area with a lack of resources and say, hey, by the way, you guys should use it. That was going to have to come from within. This is a real problem. It's also a real opportunity. And we have a shared love for this community. We have shared experiences in terms of what some of the difficulties have been in a place like Portsmouth, Ohio. And everyone on our team just shares the desire to be a part of that solution. Yeah, my name's Brady Carter. On a team called Innovative Consulting Associates. For the past 9 months or so, we've worked with upwards of 40 organizations to help equip them with the ability to apply artificial intelligence tools to their day-to-day work. We partner with an organization. We do our best of understanding who you are. And it's a foundational digital reflection of your organization. Who are you? What's the industry? What's your brand voice? Where are you geographically? What makes up you fundamentally? So we paint that picture as well as we can. We do that collaboratively with you. We ask you to play a part in that. And it's part of step one, which we would identify as learn. So in learn, we've understood who you are, and we build that broad context of the organization. For each person that we train, we take a little bit more time to understand who you are. What's your job? How do you talk? How do you sound? What's your personality in a little bit? How do you write? What do you need to be an expert on? And we add an additional overlay of context to these artificial intelligence tools so that you have access to something like ChatGPT, you have access to something like Claude or Google Gemini, but when you're using those tools, they simply have something like a pair of glasses placed upon them to make them see the world in a way that reflects your organization and then your own unique job. Move from learn to build to apply it to the actual tools themselves. And so a person's not just coming in and saying, well, what's AI and how do I use it? Again, they're on second or third base because they're using a tool that's been designed specifically for the work that they do. It speaks their language, it speaks their jargon. If they can have a conversation with a coworker by the water cooler about what's coming down the pike, they can have that same interaction with a large language model. And so it bypasses this, I got to become a prompt engineer, whatever the new buzzword with AI is. We don't think that's necessary to a large extent. We think this is way more accessible than something like a term like prompt engineering would, I guess, propose. And so we've done learn, we learned who you are, we move on to build, we build that into the system, and then you're ready to sit down for 6 hours and be trained. And that makes up our learn, build, train model in our training, which is a huge core component of what we're doing along with the context. We're trying to pass off to you something really specific. You're going to understand safety, ethics, privacy, security. It's our responsibility to pass that off. But the thing we want to most pass off to you is a way of thinking about this tool. Whatever today's problem is, a difficult conversation, analyzing a bit of data to tomorrow's problems. How do we get from here to here? Here's everything that I have as a variable in this situation. Help me think through that. We really narrow that down, as I've described, to learn, build, train. It's a 3-step process, and it's one that we work with you through hand in hand to make sure the system thinks the way you want it to, it reflects your organization, and then we've passed off to you the ability to sit down with this tool and just simply ask the question, what's a problem that I have? I think our partners end up seeing that this is a tool that's not going to replace them. It's a tool that's going to help them be more competitive, that's going to increase their capacity, and ultimately can make them irreplaceable in what they're doing.